Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary peoples. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Football Talk for Thursday, December 15th, 2022. We're passing the Air National Guard Station here in Portland. This Air National Guard Station is very inconvenient for airport employees because if this didn't exist, it would be a lot faster to get from the airport back to the UPS facility and all the stuff back here. But because of this Air National Guard Station, it's like an hour walk from the airport to back here. And, for people like me who have had to walk it so many freaking times, it's quite inconvenient because I can't walk across the tarmac, obviously. And there's no little pedestrian path or pedestrian bridge or any other way, any other form of transportation to get me from there to here. And as an employee of both jobs, or a former employee of two different places at the airport, something like that would have been incredibly convenient. Like even a shuttle bus or something that goes out here. But I was probably the only person who worked two separate jobs here and didn't have a car, so it wasn't super feasible. But anyways, not sure I'm going to get this uploaded before I get to work, but I'm going to film it. And it is freezing cold. As you can see from the ground, it's frozen. But I prefer this to the wet grass I'm usually walking through. And at least now I'm not going to have soaking wet socks that I'm going to have to wear for the next several hours. So I'll take it. I just need to blow my nose, which I'll do when I get to work. It's looking like I'm going to make good time. I'm going to have some time to sit in the break room and warm up a little bit. And blow my nose. Maybe get some food out of the vending machine. Depending. Let's get to the running backs. Your top 30. Starting with your running back ones, 1 through 10. I have a little bit of light out here to see what I'm doing. At number 1, we got Christian McCaffrey against the Buccaneers. Seahawks. Tampa Bay was last week. Sorry. If I sound a little out of breath, it's just because it's cold. My nose is stuffed up. But I have walked about 9 miles. But it was good for me. I don't get this kind of exercise ever anymore. Definitely needed it. Feeling good. Just cold. Just cold. 2, we got Austin Eckler against the Titans. 3, we got Derrick Henry against the Chargers. So Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, opposing running backs. They're second and third in the rankings this week. 4, we got Josh Jacobs against the Patriots. At 5, I believe, it's Jonathan Taylor. 5, yes, Jonathan Taylor at the Vikings. 6, is Joe Mixon at the Buccaneers. 7, we got Dalvin Cook at the Colts. 8, Saquon Barkley versus the Commanders. 9, Alvin Kamara versus the Falcons. And the 10, with Aaron Jones versus the Rams. 11 through 20, your running back 2s. Man, my hand is freezing. My hand is really cold. Cannot hold this phone and this paper at the same time. Switching hands. Even though I'm right hand dominant, I don't do a whole lot with my right hand. I'm definitely ambidextrous. I usually hold my phone with my left hand. Unless I'm driving. Then I hold it with my right hand and drive with my left hand. 11 through 20. James Conner at 11 versus the Broncos. 12, we got Tony Pollard at the Jaguars. 13, Miles Sanders at the Bears. 14, Nick Chubb versus the Ravens. 15, Ramondre Stevenson versus the Raiders. 16, Ezekiel Elliott at the Jaguars. So both Cowboys running backs from the top 16. And Tony Pollard still ahead of Zeke, which is probably fair at this point. Tony Pollard is the better player. 17, David Montgomery versus the Eagles. 18, Travis Etienne versus the Cowboys. 19, Isaiah Pacheco at the Texans. And 20, we got Donovan Knight versus the Lions. Donovan Knight makes his first appearance in the top 20. Running back threes, 21 through 30. Holy shit, my hand is cold. I need to... I need to put my hands in my pockets, but I can't. My left hand's fine for some reason. My right hand is frozen. Frozen. Just get this done quickly. If I can stop. So I can put my hands in my pockets. All right. It's definitely gotten colder in the couple hours I've been out here. Not like it was warm when I started. It was like 34 when I started, but I think it's definitely like 30, maybe high 20s right now. '21, we got Kenneth Walker, who's going to be back this week. That's already been announced last night. He's sitting at 21 for the week against the 49ers. 22, we got DeAndre Swift at the Jets. 23, we got Najee Harris at the Panthers. He keeps falling down these ranks every week. Quite the disappointing season for Najee Harris, as he was a first-round pick in most fantasy drafts. 24, we got Latavius Murray versus the Cardinals. 25, got Brian Robinson versus the Giants. 26, Jerick McKinnon versus the Texans. I was way wrong on him last week. A very good week. Deserves to be ranked where he is. I think it's, like I said in my previous video, it's going to be a big week for the Chiefs running backs, I think. So both of them, top 30 plays. 27, we got Leonard Fournette versus the Bengals. 28, we got Deontay Foreman versus the Steelers. 29, we got Rashad Wright versus the Bengals. And at 30, we got J.K. Dobbins, who had a huge week. Obviously healthy finally. Good for him. He's sitting at 30 in the ranks this week. All right, now I want to do this Spikes and Yikes quickly because my hands are fucking freezing. I don't want them being exposed much longer. My Yikes. I don't have any in the running back ones. I'm perfectly fine with the top 10. Running back twos, I am yiking. A couple of guys at the bottom. Isaiah Pacheco and Donovan Knight at 19 and 20. I do like Pacheco a lot this week, but he just doesn't see the volume to really be a running back. Doesn't see the volume, and he's not really getting touchdowns, so he's more of a high-end flex for me. And then Donovan Knight, I think Michael Carter is supposed to be back this week, healthy this week. So it's hard to trust either of them. That's more than a flex play. I wouldn't put either in the top 20. And then in the running back 3 conversation, my Yikes are Latavius Murray, who just isn't good. He just isn't good. Doesn't matter how much volume he gets, he doesn't do anything with it. So he's low in flex play. 24 is too high. Still in the flex conversation because of the volume, but that's it. Very, very low ceiling, very low floor. Flex play. There's no upside there whatsoever. And I think that's it for my Yikes, my spikes. Again, nobody in the top 10. And then obviously I'm not spiking anybody in the running back 2s either, because I'm not yiking anybody above them. Running back 3s though, I am spiking Kenneth Walker. I think if he's on the field and healthy, he's going to be a top 15 guy. So definitely putting him in the top 20, since I'm dropping Isaiah Pacheco on him at night. And then J.K. Dobbins, I'm putting in the top 20 as well, putting him at 20, just because he's just too talented. Baltimore loves to run too much. We saw him have a huge day, finally, something we've been waiting a long time for. This is the J.K. Dobbins we all kind of were anticipating when the season started. We're getting it just in time for the playoffs. When J.K. Dobbins is healthy in the Baltimore offense, he's a top 20 play. And then my spikes outside the top 30. Jamal Williams at 32. I know with DeAndre Swift trending up, that means Jamal Williams is trending down. But they're both still top end flex plays in my opinion. So I don't know why we're disrespecting Jamal Williams and putting him outside the top 30, because he still has a nose for the end zone. And he still gets enough work, even when he's not scoring touchdowns, to be a flexing play. And then 34, Cam Akers. Cam Akers has looked really good the last 2 weeks. I think the Rams are going to rely heavily on the run again this week against the Packers. Cam Akers is going to do what Cam Akers does. And he's going to take your 6-seed playoff team to the finals. Because this is, what he does. He doesn't show up until December every single year. All right, my hands are absolutely freezing, or my fingers are anyways. My fingers are holding the phone, and I've got to get them out of this cold weather into my pockets so I can warm them up. I will upload this as soon as I get an opportunity, but there's no real big sense of urgency, because it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. now, and the games don't start for 14 hours. So I am confident that this content will hit the waves sooner than necessary, and sooner than usual, because I don't usually film these videos on a Thursday. But again, if you've been tracking me this morning, you know that I don't got shit else to do. But I may have bit off more than I could chew, because my hands are definitely cold now. So peace, love, and nacho fries. I'm pretty close to work now anyway. Y'all have a good one. Have a better day than me.